Welcome to Card Corner. These are the cards. That's the corner. Today we're going to be opening these Batman Returns 15 Super Premium Movie Cards, Topps Stadium Club. First of all, I want to acknowledge the elephant in the room. I bought these off eBay. I don't know if this is limiting our chances of getting like holograms or special cards or whatever, but what can you do? They're supposed to be premium, so hopefully what's left over is still premium too. Looks like you can get a magazine, a super premium quality magazine. They're just all about the quality, the adjectives. Super premium quality. All right. I do like it's got a little hologram on, looks like every card. Nice. Guy on fire. Much of the trickery, special effects work in Batman Returns combines full-scale sets with identical miniatures. Radical new camera rigs were developed by Richard Edlund's Boss Films to permit extraordinary fluid moments. A little behind the scenes for the guy on fire. All right, next we have the Dark Knight himself. Bruce Wayne, Michael Keaton, relaxing in Wayne Manor, watches the Penguin pontificate on television. Wayne quickly connects the mysterious bird-like man with the criminal. Red Triangle Circus Gang. It's a pretty good card, it looks like. Batmaning. See, if you were looking at him, then you looked away, and then you looked back, he'd be gone. Oh, nice, another Batman. That's a good one too. Director Tim Burton gives Michelle Pfeiffer a few pertinent pointers. Created by Bob Kane, Catwoman's first comic book appearance was back in 1940. I think I've read that one. I haven't read a lot of the comic books, but I think I've read that one. Not the comic book, of course, but like on a tablet. Oswald Cobblepot for mayor. It's like the Penguins campaign poster. The Penguin running for mayor of Gotham City. Cobblepot can clean it up, and Oswald means order are some of the catchphrases that characterize his bizarre campaign. There's Danny DeVito being a weirdo. All right, next we got Batman pointing a gun. I really like the quality of the prints is pretty good. Like, it's not really blurry or anything. I appreciate that. Portrait of two celebrated fantasy creators, Bob Kane, cartoonist and inventor of Batman, and Tim Burton, who adapted and updated The Dark Knight Detective for the motion picture screen. Together at last. I like that. I like that because it's not something that you would just have seen from the movie. It's not like it's something extra, you know? All right, we got Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. Burton and Batman seem made for each other. The director's concept of the mythic vigilante drew audiences in with his vision of a futuristic landscape that straddled the line between gritty urban realism and fabled apocalypse. She's a pretty good Catwoman. Let me know in the comments who you think the best Catwoman is. She's gonna like blow something up with a detonator or something. Tim Burton was determined that Bruce Wayne be as interesting a character as the Caped Crusader. Robbed of his parents at an early age, blessed with a fortune that enabled him to pursue his incredible crime-fighting career, Bruce is a very private person, a true individual. Moping around Wayne Manor. Here he is smacking a thug. Director Tim Burton grew up in Burbank, California, where he stated his imagination's ravenous hunger, where he sated his imagination's ravenous hunger, rather, by watching old horror movies and television and drawing cartoons. Here he takes the Dark Knight detective, Michael Keaton, through his cinematic paces. Behind the scenes shot there. So I do think that they have done a pretty good job with super premium quality. Nice Catwoman card. Under Tim Burton's supervision, Catwoman's quirky sense of humor was carefully developed by screenwriters Daniel Waters and Wesley Strick of Heathers and Cape Fear, respectively. Hang out with the other Catwoman. All right, we got some more to go. It's 15 cards in a pack. It's a good number. Nice hefty amount. Why is Batman such a popular costumed hero? Perhaps the lack of genuine superpowers make him more relatable. Batman wears heavy-duty armor to protect himself, and he uses all manner of weaponry in his battle against crime. Why is he so popular? I don't know. I just think it's like not super complex, but in premise. But then when the individual stories get going, it is good for the imagination. I like the villains in Batman. I like that it's dark. It's not like he's not like a goody two shoes like Superman, you know. Selina Kyle relaxes her in her apartment, unaware of the strange fate that awaits her. Selina's best friend is her pussycat, Miss Kitty, who eventually saves her life and also transforms it. The concept of Batman itself is so simple. It's just like animal as a guy. And there's been tons that have come out, but just the Bat is such a good moniker, I guess. Tim Burton directs Christopher Walken in Batman Returns. This isn't the first time Walken has played a world-class villain. In A View to a Kill, he menaced super agent James Bond. I think that's the one with the crazy arcade games, but I can't really remember. All right, more Catwoman. With an act of shocking violence, Max Schreck unwittingly created Catwoman when he pushed Selina Kyle out of a window. Nice penguin. That's a good Danny DeVito penguin card. Director Tim Burton found working with Danny DeVito an enjoyable professional experience. Actor DeVito is a successful movie director himself, with hits like Throw Mama from the Train and The War of the Roses to his credit. Wow, I didn't know Danny DeVito directed a War of the Roses movie. That's wild. Wonder if it's any good. All right, and our last card. Forget who that is. Commissioner Gordon. In the first Batman movie, Commissioner Gordon was initially suspicious of the Caped Avenger, but eventually grew to trust and admire him. In Tim Burton's sequel, Gordon orders his men to hold their fire on Batman when the Penguin and Catwoman have him framed for murder. Commissioner Gordon. All right, that was the first pack. I think it was a pretty decent pack as far as packs of these old cards go. We got Catwoman, we got the Penguin, and we got Batman. I don't know what more you can ask for, really. Maybe we can get a nice Christopher Walken card. Catwoman is brought to life by lovely Michelle Pfeiffer in Batman Returns. It was back in 1939 that Bob Kane, collaborating with writer Bill Finger, invented his most famous character, Batman, the Caped Crusader. Excuse me. I watched a documentary that basically said that Bob Kane stole the idea from Bill Finger. Not sure how accurate that is. It's been a while since I've seen the documentary too, so don't quote me on that. Just as apes raised young Tarzan in the jungle, an army of waddling penguins raised abandoned infant Oswald Cobblepot in the sewers of Gotham City. Ultimately, they become his weapon-carrying warriors. I don't know if I ever really made that connection, but it's pretty funny. And here's more of the penguins. They had the action figures. There's like penguin action figures, and they wore these little harnesses with like rocket launchers on them, and I always wanted a set of those. On the set of Batman Returns, the sewer grating from which scores of weapon-toting penguins emerge is prepared for an upcoming scene. They're like setting it. It's a sewer. Cute penguins. All right, we got Michael Keaton here. I've always found Michael Keaton interesting, comments director Tim Burton. Something about those eyes. In addition to starring in the original Batman movie, Keaton also won acclaim in Mr. Burton's Beetlejuice. It's a movie I've seen a bunch of times too. I like that one too. It's a good, decent Michael Keaton one. Here's the penguin on a duck. Rubber ducky. Tim Burton directs the exciting Max Squarade Ball sequence, wherein the penguin literally crashes Max Shrek's costume party and kidnaps its startled host. Looks like it's Catwoman in the shadows. Catman. The rooftops are an important element of any Batman adventure. In Batman Returns, the Caped Crusader confronts Catwoman for the first time, and the two of them engage in a spiral battle of the sexes high above Gotham City. Really? Catwoman and the Penguin eventually team up to destroy their mutual enemy, Batman. Here, director Tim Burton discusses the scene with Danny DeVito and Michelle Pfeiffer. It's always funny seeing them like all dressed up, just looking at some guy who looks pretty normal. There he is. A consultant on Batman Returns, Batman creator Bob Kane was delighted when Tim Burton chose a serious psychological interpretation of his immortal character. Little did he know what was coming next. All right. The grinning, distantly sinister Shrek logo seems to foreshadow the creation of Catwoman, as well as it should, since Max Shrek, who inadvertently brings Selena Kyle's criminal alter ego into the world. Kind of looks like Felix. Lots and lots of Batman and Catwoman. In what has become something of tradition in epic adventure movies, Batman must confront and defeat a towering, seemingly unstoppable adversary. The Red Triangle Circus strongman fits the bill nicely. I don't remember that guy even. There's Christopher Walken. Michelle Pfeiffer plays Selena Kyle as a relatable, likable, and intelligent woman who happens to be hopelessly insecure. Mentally and eventually physically abused by her ruthless employer, Max Schreck, she seeks revenge against the male establishment as the sinuous and sinful Catwoman. Up to no good. All right, we just got a few more. If you guys enjoy this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know what card you like the best. Do you like our Danny DeVito card? That's probably my favorite. I also really like this Catwoman and this face portrait of Batman. And if you want to trade for any of these cards, the information on how to do that is on the About page of the YouTube channel. Send me an email or a message on Twitter and we'll work something out. He's making a list and checking it twice. Featured is a production painting of the Penguin, researching his past and planning a criminal future. Is he Santa Claus? Oh, that's cool. It's like the production shot, or sorry, the pre-production shot, and then the end result in the movie. All right, we got more sewer. A warped genius. That's how actor Danny DeVito describes the flipper fiend he portrays. The elaborate Penguin makeup takes over an hour and a half to apply. I have to say, I do think that I liked his portrayal more than the one in the Batman, just because he's more fun. Like, he has a costume. The newer one just doesn't have a costume. He's just a mob boss guy in a suit. All right, we got the Penguin and Catwoman. As in the first Batman movie, Gotham City is depicted as a dark and threatening metropolis. This set backing captures the appropriate feel of a once magnificent city overwhelmed by the forces of crime and corruption. Got some artwork there. All right, last card. I do think this has been a pretty fun set to open. There is a little bit of like sameness to it. There's a lot of cards that are like pretty similar to each other. But I do think that it is high quality. I like that it has stuff on the back that's not just screenshots from the movie. If they're going to make the front ones screenshots, then they make the back ones not screenshots. And I think that adds a nice element to it where you can kind of like learn about the making of the movie. And I do think that even the screenshots on the front are nice and sharp. Don't have any blurriness like some of the sets. So I approve of this set. Actor Michael Keaton previously worked with Danny DeVito in Johnny Dangerously, a broad homage to 1930s gangster movies. I do think I've seen that one, but I don't think I liked it. All right, guys, this has been Batman Returns. I had a lot of fun opening this one. Let me know in the comments which one you thought was the most fun card to open and what you guys thought of the set. This is the second Batman set I've opened now. I always seem to have fun when I open the Batman sets. So this is Card Corner with Batman Returns. Take it easy.